The Chosen One always sounds exciting. Prophecy, special bloodline, secret power, but narratively, it's actually kind of boring.
Boring!
If the universe has already decided the person will win, where's the conflict? If they were born special, then nothing they do matters because the outcome feels preloaded. That's mistake number one, treating destiny like a prize. The better version flips it. Destiny isn't a trophy, it's a burden. Look at Harry Potter. Harry doesn't just strut into Hogwarts like, yup, I'm the main character. Most of the time he just wants to be a normal kid who isn't famous for watching his parents die. He's the boy who lived, but that title makes his life harder, not easier. The same thing goes with Paul Atreides from Dune. On paper, he's the ultimate chosen one. Noble bloodline, prophecy, literal visions of the future, but Paul doesn't want to see his destiny as a windscreen. He sees a nightmare, holy war, planets burning, billions dying in his name, and he's terrified of becoming that person. When destiny feels heavy instead of glamorous, you instantly get more story to play with. Rule 1 of a good Chosen One story: the hero has to reject the role first. Neo in The Matrix is the clearest example. From the moment Morpheus calls him the one, Neo spends most of the movie going, nope, wrong guy. He doesn't instantly accept his greatness. He doubts, hesitates, literally dies before he becomes fully committed to that identity. So when he starts seeing the code and casually stopping bullets, it doesn't feel like destiny turning on. It feels like a decision. Compare that to Rey from the Star Wars sequels.
Rey Skywalker.
And Percy Jackson.
I think I am the son of Poseidon.
Rey and Percy absolutely have moments of doubt and confusion, but they never truly push back against the role that the story gives them. They both learn powers incredibly fast, win fights they probably should lose, and the narrative keeps reassuring us. No, don't worry, they really are special, right?
Rey Skywalker.
There's resistance to who they are and their lineage, but not enough resistance to being the chosen one. So instead of watching a character slowly grow into a role, it can feel like we're being told they're the one. The difference is huge. Neo spends most of the movie trying not to be the one. Rey and Percy spend most of it trying to prove that they already are, and only one of those feels like an actual arc. Let's talk about two of the best I'm absolutely not the chosen one characters: Emmett and Po. Emmett is told he's the special, the most important person in the universe, but he's also the definition of generic.
Everything is awesome!
Oh no.
He's literally the background character of his own world.
When you say the other guy, I go,
Now the genius of the Lego movie is that it completely deconstructs the whole trope. Emmett doesn't suddenly unlock secret powers because he's chosen. He spends the movie failing, doubting, and trying to live up to an identity that doesn't fit him.
You are so disappointing on so many levels.
And then the twist hits. He was never destined at all. He becomes important because he chooses to act. The story turns the chosen one trope into a metaphor for creativity and agency. There is no special piece, no secret prophesized guy. Anyone can be the special if they decide to build something new. Po in Kung Fu Panda works the same way but emotionally. When Po is picked as the Dragon Warrior, everyone, including Po, thinks it's a joke.
What?
What?
He doesn't have the body type, the background, or the training.
How's that?
He spends a huge chunk of the movie believing the universe made a mistake. And that's exactly why his story hits. Because Po doesn't succeed by becoming what everyone expects a hero to look like. He wins when he leans into being himself, loving food, improvising, fighting, well, like a panda. The film literally spells it out with the secret ingredient line.
The secret ingredient is nothing.
Huh?
There is no mystical reason he's special. He just chooses to believe he is.
Skadoosh.
Harry Potter and Paul Atreides show a different angle. When being chosen isn't just annoying, it's dangerous. Harry tries again and again to to avoid the spotlight. He doesn't want the fame, the pressure, or the constant threat of Voldemort. Every time he gets pulled back into that conflict, he has to choose to face it. Not because the prophecy says so, but because his moral compass does. He steps up out of loyalty, love, stubbornness, not because some text on a wall told him he must.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
Paul is that idea pushed to the extreme. He knows he's at the center of a religious and political myth designed to control people. He constantly sees visions of the future where he becomes a messiah figure, and the result is a galaxy-wide slaughter. So he spends a lot of the story trying not to become that person. The tragedy is that the more he tries to protect his family and his people, the more he slides into the role that he fears. In these examples, the Chosen One trope isn't a power fantasy, it's a horror story, because every step Paul takes feels like a decision with consequences, not just prophecy fulfillment. So what do all the good versions have in common? They treat destiny as more of a label, and the story is about whether the character accepts it. Neo says,
I'm not the one.
Until he finally decides he is. Harry, who doesn't want to be the boy who lived, but keeps choosing to fight anyway. Emmett isn't the special until he stops waiting for the prophecy to be real and starts acting.
He is the least qualified person to lead us. And you are right.
Po isn't the dragon warrior because the universe said so. He becomes one when he believes he can. And Paul spends his story trying not to become the messiah everyone wants. And that resistance is what makes him compelling. Meanwhile, the weaker versions usually do the opposite. They start you at "you're special" and never seriously question it. The character doesn't wrestle with the label, so the arc feels more like an inevitable spoiler than a transformation.
You are a Palpatine.
A Chosen One story isn't about being chosen, it's whether you choose it back. With all of this in mind, next time you see a prophecy, a magic sword, or a "you were destined for greatness" speech,
Prophecy is true.
don't ask, will they win? That's boring. Ask, are they really going to fight this? Because if they don't push back, even a little bit, the story's already over. The Chosen One trope doesn't work when a character is born special. It works when, in spite of all that destiny hanging over them, they still have to decide who they are going to be.
Master has given Dobby a shock.
What? I didn't...
If you've made it this far, you're officially a real one. If you like these videos, drop a like, a sub, and comment what you think I should do next.